Red, yellow, blue and white are the main colors of Malaysia flag. Malaysia is a diverse country with three main ethnic groups, Malay, Chinese and Indians, along with the indigenous Orang Asli. For Malaysia, unity is crucial. One important element that fosters unity is integrity. Integrity is the cornerstone of a thriving nation. Imagine a Malaysia where every citizen from the streets vendor to the Prime Minister operates with unwavering integrity. In this Malaysia, corruption is undeniable. Here is the challenge we must address together: corruption.
Corruption, like a persistent weed, has taken root in various sectors of Malaysian society. There are many case studies we could discuss, but let's focus on the 1MDB case. I'm sure y'all have heard about the 1MDB case, a very famous corruption case in Malaysia, even known worldwide. When we mention 1MDB, the person that comes to the mind is usually the ex-Prime Minister Najib Razak. But the mastermind was actually a man named Joe Low. He came from a wealthy family and always went to top schools. He attended Harrow School in the UK, where he met Riza Aziz, Najib Razak's stepson. Through this connection, Joe Low got to know Najib Razak and convinced him to set up a government fund called One Malaysia Development Berhad, which is known as 1MDB, in the name of Ministry of Finance. This fund was supposed to be for the national development.
They approached the Goldman Sachs to help raise money issuing bonds, but because 1MDB was a new fund with no credit history, they even got a steady funds IPIC to guarantee the bonds. Though this means within 2 years, Goldman Sachs helped 1MDB raise $6.5 billion. Of course, they couldn't just pocket the money right away, so they need a case step called money laundering. This is something Joe Law was very skilled at. They used many complex methods, with the most common one being layering. To explain it simply, if I have $1 billion, I would break it into thousands, tens of thousands, and hundreds of thousands, and then transfer the amounts among many different bank accounts. It's estimated that through such methods, $1.5 billion end up in their personal accounts.
After getting the money, he started spending it widely. Joe Low threw lavish party worldwide, meeting stars like Paris Hilton, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Alicia Keys. A manager in Las Vegas even said Joe Low was the biggest spender he had ever seen.
As a lot of you in this room know, I like to plan my evenings and make sure that I always go to the best parties.
Joe Low also bought many fixed assets like mansions, planes, yachts, and famous artwork in New York and Hollywood. He even funded the film The Wolf of Wall Street, which is why Leonardo DiCaprio thanked him specifically when he won a Golden Globe.
Joey, Riz, and Joe, thank you for being not only collaborators but taking a risk on this movie.
He used the money to boost his next election campaign. He also loved his wife, Datin Paduka Seri Rosmah Mansor, buying her lots of jewelry and bags. He hid a lot of cash in his home.
But their spending was so extravagant that it aroused the suspicions of the Wall Street Journal. Their investigation brought the matter to public attention in 2015. This led to the protests by groups like Bersih. In June 2018, Malaysia police raided Najib's home and found cash and valuable worth of a total of 275 million. Najib was then charged with over 40 counts, including money laundering and bribery, and was sentenced to 12 years in prison.
As far as I'm concerned, I was not doing anything wrong.
Joe Low asset was seized but he disappeared. Malaysia, Singapore, and the United States and other countries have issued nationwide wanted notice for him. Besides, Goldman Sachs also faced heavy fines.
The money they squandered could have been used for Malaysia's development. If it had been, Malaysia would be more advanced today, with fewer people struggling for their next meal, fewer homeless people, and less crime driven by financial desperation. Corruption has held back the country's development and hindered its unity. When you see corruption, speak out against it and refuse to participate, no matter how small the act. Building a corruption-free Malaysia is a long-term effort. Believe in Malaysia's potential. Together, let's say no to corruption.